All right, now that you've prayed for the people on your relationship map and you've practiced the relationship map and the person that you're training has practiced it too, we want to move on to the third question, which is what? That represents what do I say? Why do I make disciples is the first page, right? That's who I am. Who do I make disciples of? That's the second page. Who do I know? And then the third page, just flip it over. And we're going to answer the question, what? What do I say when I have an opportunity to share with the people who are in my relational world? When God opens the door, how can I begin the conversation that leads to a gospel presentation, all right? How can I turn an everyday conversation into a gospel conversation? That's the question that we're going to answer here. What do I say? All right? And what I say begins with prayer. One of the things that you'll discover is that people all around you need prayer, and they welcome prayer if somebody is willing to stop and pray for them. And some of the things that kind of make me aware of the fact that someone is ready to be prayed for is when I hear a problem or an issue or a concern of theirs come up in a conversation. And so let's just write those words here. Problem, issue, concern. Right? So let's say that you're having a conversation with a friend and they say, you know, I'm having a problem at work. And you realize at that moment, oh, here's an opportunity to turn an everyday conversation into a gospel conversation, beginning with prayer. And so I might ask them, all right, you've got a problem at work. How does that make you feel? All right? One question. How does that make you feel? All right, so I want to find out some more about the problem, get a little bit more details. It's going to help me to pray in a better way for them. So I might say, how does that make you feel? And they say, well, it makes me really nervous. I'm afraid if it keeps going, I might lose my job. And I say, man, I understand. I have never been in that particular situation, but I've certainly had some problems in my life. And I found one of the things that really helps me when I have problems is just to pray about it. And I'd like to pray for you right now. Would that be all right? And most people who are having problems, if you offer to pray for them, most of them are going to say, man, that would be great. And so you can pray for them right there. Maybe you're having another conversation and somebody brings up some concern that they have. I'm really worried about my teenage son and the friends that he's hanging around. And so you can ask him, you know, how do you feel about that? Or how's that impacting you? All right? How's that impacting you in your life? And how's that impacting your family? And so again, you're just trying to get a little bit more information so that you can understand how to pray for them. And once they express that and once you find out a little bit more, then just ask them, hey, I would love to pray with you about this right now. And again, you're going to find most people are willing to do that. And so just kind of practice that in your mind right now. Just assume, oh, I'm talking with a friend. Or if you're training side by side with a partner right now, just stop the video and practice with one another. Oh, hey, I have a problem. Really? Tell me about that problem. How's that impacting you? And they share something, and you say, you know, I've had problems before in my life that have impacted me as well, and I found that prayer really helps. I'd like to pray for you right now. And so just kind of role play that in your mind if you're by yourself or with the person that you're doing this training with, and get comfortable transitioning that an everyday conversation into an opportunity to pray for someone. All right? So pause the video, practice that, practice writing down how we transition through prayer, and then we're going to take the next step.